I'm in Pakistan checking out the food scene, specifically in the city of Rawalpindi with my good friend Hamza, who is going to be showing us some good eats. This is going to be my last day in Rawalpindi before the last stop of my tour, which will be Karachi.
So we're going to be trying some Halwa Puri here. Basically frying dough, and it really puffs up in the oil. And you would commonly have that with Chana, chickpeas, or with halwa. So that's basically semolina flour, and it's cooked down with a lot of clarified butter and sugar, concentrated cane sugar, that is. The halwa is really good here. It's sweet. It's a bit grainy. There's a lot of desi ghee in there, which makes it just like a lot more fattier.
Now, if you're not a pro, then you have to carefully drop this into the frying oil, but my man here is a pro, so he got this special spin move here, and it honestly cooks in seconds. And you guys already know I love anything with a dough. This is called puri, and it's made with atta, which is a wholemeal wheat flour, and semolina flour. It's then flattened out with some oil and deep fried so it puffs up, which results in a nice airy and crispy dough.
Yeah, the chana is also very spicy. It's not as spicy as the one we had in Lahore, but the thing about the one in Lahore is that they had actual chicken cooked in with the chickpeas. This is something that you would definitely have back home. Our moms would make something like this. It isn't blowing my mind, but it's still pretty good. I haven't tried a char like this before. I'm used to lemon achar, so a pickled lemon, but a pickled onion with the chana is actually a pretty good combo. It's nice. This is basically semolina flour cooked down with a lot of clarified butter. I would say if I had to choose the best item between the chana and the halwa would be the halwa. It's a lot more rich and sweet. We're on next to try some Nihari. You can see the difference between Pindi and Islamabad. Islamabad itself, it is a fairly new city, so there's not a lot of history there. But in Pindi, you know, like some of these doors and balconies, I don't know, like maybe they're almost 100 years old.
And while walking, we saw this little operation going on here where huge thin sheets of dough are being spun by this guy on top of a dome, heated by an open fire.
It's so thin that you would think that's the finished product, but this guy just peels off another layer, and I don't know how it's not ripping.
We quickly learned that this dough is actually made for samosas or sambusa depending on where you're from in the world, which explains why it's so thin, because when you fill up a samosa wrapper with whatever you want like beef keema and it's then fried, the wrapper gets super crispy and crunchy with all the layers. And right around the corner, Hamza spotted these giant biscuits for us to try.
It tastes very good when you eat it with chai.
So that's kulcha, and it's basically like a really thick, dry cracker. It's a bit salty, and you would commonly have this with chai. And we don't have any chai right now, so it's a bit dry just by itself.
Meetha pakoda.
Meetha pakoda.
Meetha pakoda with sesame seeds. So, have a bite?
Yeah.
So we got some sweet pakodas here, and they have some sesame seeds on top. Let's see. It reminds me of one of those Asian, those Asian red bean paste dough balls. I forgot what they're called, but they're a dough ball with sesame seeds on the outside, and inside of it there's red bean paste. It tastes pretty much like that, but there's no filling. It's just a dough ball. It's good.
We finally reached the Nihari spot. Nihari is a slow-cooked beef dish accompanied with its cooking liquid, a gravy essentially, and it's topped off with spicy ghee, green chilies, ginger, and some lemon juice. If you saw my last Lahore video, then you know the Nihari in the city of Lahore is the best I ever had. So I have high expectations moving forward for the rest of my life.
It's a bit spicy, but this is the same thing that we could expect something from back home. It's a little bit watery because the one that we had in Lahore was nice and thick. It was spiced just a bit differently, and it just had a different flavor. It's hard to explain. It's still good, but nah, this is not better than the one in Lahore. Anytime now. Aajo.
Lastly, to end off the day, we're gonna try some more chana, which again is a type of chickpea curry, but this time without the puri.
Sure. So this chana is definitely better than the spot we went to last time. It doesn't seem as heavy as the other one. There isn't too much masala around it. You can really just taste the chana by itself, and the green chili helps. And I also think that chana is a bit smaller too, like they aren't as big as the other one.